In North Sumatra, Indonesia, citrus production spans over 70,000 hectares, yielding over 2 million tons of tangerines and mandarins annually. These fruits are not only a vital part of the domestic market, but also a significant source of revenue through international exports. Citrus has transformed into a cash crop, energizing the local economy and supporting countless livelihoods. However, the good fortune that citrus is bringing to the people faces a serious threat from a tiny insect called the Oriental fruit fly, or as the local people called lalabua. Oriental fruit fly has been causing damage to citrus fruits for many years, as the acreage of citrus grows rapidly in recent years. This pest has now become an increasingly a serious issue for growers, as well as the citrus industry. Oriental fruit fly attack ripened fruits by laying eggs inside the fruits. Once the eggs hatch into larvae, it feeds on the pulp inside the fruit, rendering complete loss of value. The fruit damage rate can be as high as 80%, or even complete loss of the harvest. Fruit flies have a complex life cycle, with 4 distinct stages: egg, larvae, pupa, and adult.
Once the egg is laid into the peel of the oranges, the damage would be caused. Then later, after 1 or 2 days, the egg would get hatched into larvae. They would feed onto the pulps of the oranges. Then, after 1 or 2 weeks' time, usually in this comfortable environment in Indonesia, they would need only 1 week time to feeding in this pulp and finish the larvae stage. Then they would cause the fruits getting to rot and maybe fallen on the ground. As you can see, some of the fruits on the ground. Then the larvae would get out of the fruits and pupate in the soil. After another 10 days, the fruit fly, they would finish the pupa stage, and then again develop into the adult ones.
The complexity makes it challenging for conventional pest control methods to effectively eradicate fruit flies. For many years, farmers have resorted to conventional control methods to manage fruit fly populations in their crops. One common method is frequent cover sprays of citrus orchards with synthesized insecticides. Yet the fruit damage rate caused by Oriental fruit fly remains high, showing chemical spray has limited effect in reducing adult fruit fly population in the orchards.
We were pretty surprised, I would rather say more worried with the current situation in terms of overusage of chemicals, farmers' unawareness of the real technology of how to control a pest like a fruit fly. As you can see, the leaves have turned blue here. This is because of the excessive application of mancozeb. So it leaves a lot of residues on the fruits, which makes it quite unhealthy even to consume. So it's basically harmful not just for the environment as well as for the human consumption. So that's something we need to educate the farmers as well.
The reason that conventional pesticide application failed to control fruit fly lies behind the uniqueness of the biology of the fruit fly species. Female fruit fly lay their eggs in ripened fruits. The eggs then hatch into larvae, feeding safely inside the fruits. Once matured enough, the larvae burrow into the ground to pupa. where they're protected by thick layer of soil. In a few weeks' time, the pupa will turn into adult flies, which is very agile and active until they mature and start laying eggs in fruits again. The fruit fly's unique biology, high reproduction rate, and short life cycle contribute to the challenges. Females lay eggs in fruits. The mature larvae burrow into the ground to pupate, emerging as agile adults that can easily evade chemical sprays. Methyl eugenol, a chemical compound that attracts male flies, has been often touted in many areas as an effective trapping agent to control fruit fly, where it may be helpful in monitoring the population density of Oriental fruit fly. Using it has little effect in lowering the fruit damage rate, probably due to the fact that there are always enough male flies available for mating in and around an orchard. Orchard sanitation is often suggested as a useful strategy for reducing the fruit fly population. Theoretically, removing infested fruits from the orchard could help reducing the chance of fruit fly reproduction. In practice, farmers do not have strong incentive to implement this labor-intensive measure, and there will be always enough incoming flies from the neighboring area. Orchard sanitation, though theoretically effective, is labor-intensive and hindered by incoming flies from neighboring areas. Sterile insect technique has been used to eradicate insect for decades by releasing billions of lab-bred sterile male flies to compete with white male flies for mating, so the fruit fly population can be reduced, as the female fly mated with the sterile male fly will not be able to produce offsprings. Though SIT has been promoted by some as the final solution to fruit fly issue, its success in the real world has been limited to very few cases. Not only it requires very strong technical support under strict guidelines and protocols, but also is prohibitively expensive. Thus, a far-fetched solution for growers in most developing nations. Crop protection specialists and researchers have turned to mass baiting with an effective baiting agent. Coordinated efforts to eliminate both male and female flies have shown promise in keeping adult populations low. Curious about the effective baiting agent, its mechanics, and application? Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into these solutions and explore the potential in safeguarding Indonesia's citrus industry.